Greetings to everyone. My name is David Gilbert and this is my team members that are going to share our finding on water pollution. Firstly, I will be sharing about the case study on Langat River, Selangor. So these are the trend of pollution that based on certain article that we have studied. The main causes is the pollution primarily stems from industrial discharge 58%, domestic sewage 28%, construction 12%, pig farming 2%, and not also forget the untreated waste and industrial effluents significantly impact the water quality. Next, we are going to talk about the classification. The river is classified as class 3, which is slightly polluted under the water quality index, indicating that the water is only usable with conveniential treatment. Next is the effort for improvement. The Department of Environment has introduced monitoring, enforcement, and public awareness programs to mitigate pollution. Integrated water resources management is recommended for long-time sustainability.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Fazlili Najwa binti Muhammad Badri. I want to explain about the point source. These are identifiable discrete sources of pollution that discharge pollutant directly into a water body. They are typically easier to monitor and regulate. For example, is industrial facilities, municipal wastewater treatment plant, oil spill, and also pipe or channel.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Anisha Shahira binti Salam with matrix number 2024-963067. So there's a two type of source that cause of water pollutions, which is point source and non-point source. Point source have been explained by my friends Najwa, and I'm going to explain what is non-point source. So non-point source is a different source of pollution that cannot be traced to a single or specific locations. They often result from a runoff and are harder to control. For an example, the excess of fertilizer, herbicides, and insecticides from agricultural lands and residential area. Oil, grease, and toxic chemical from urban runoff and energy production can also be one of an example of non-point source.
For environment impact, firstly is aquatic ecosystem degradation. Factor of aquatic ecosystem degradation is climate change, microplastic, and also water pollution. The second environment impact is water quality decline. Factor of water quality decline is natural occurrence, pollution in oil and gases, in sediments, and also in heavy metal. Next is over-erection. The third impact is habit loss. For example, is agriculture runoff, industrial discharge, and also urban wastewater. Next is human health impact. First impact is waterborne disease. Impact of waterborne disease is typhoid, cholera, and also hepatitis A. The second impact is toxic exposure. The impact of toxic exposure, for example, is cardiovascular and kidney problem, neurological disorder, and also the cancer. The third impact of human health is skin disease. For example, is swimmer itch, scabies, and also allergic reaction.
Polluted river can also give an impact to our economy and have a major economic consequences affecting a variety of industries and stakeholders. So this an economic sector that will affect it caused by polluted river, including tourism, aquaculture, agriculture, industrial, and infrastructure. So how tourism industry could affect our economy caused by polluted river? So polluted river can cause loss of tourists because polluted river are not suitable for recreational activities or water sports. Second, decline in business revenue and long-term damage to a region's image. Aquaculture industry also could give an impact to our economy by decline in fish stocks. It can reduce income for fishermen, reducing market demand. Toxic chemical can harm fish and it will leading to a lower production. Decline in trade and exports. Contaminated aquaculture products could impact international trade and exports. the river as a water source to watering their plants. This can cause soil contamination, which is it will increase a farming cost. And harmful chemicals in crop yield also can reduce a market demand. Last but not least, industrial and infrastructure costs. Higher costs for water treatment. The government needs to spend more for treating polluted river for years, increasing maintenance costs. Polluted river can clog infrastructures, which is it will increase in maintenance costs. Operational disruption. Polluted river force factory closure. Some of the factories cannot be operated due to a polluted river. That's all from me. Thank you.
To address this issue, an integrated approach combining physical, chemical, and biological mitigation measures will be implemented along with long-term and short-term action. For short-term action, what we can do here is we can enforce strict regulation and penalties for industrial discharging untreated waste. Second, install sedimentation basin and pre-treatment facilities at industrial site. The third, conduct frequent audits and inspection of industrial discharge. For long-term action, we can develop centralized wastewater treatment plant for industrial zone. We also can promote cleaner production technology and waste minimization. Establish eco-industrial park where industries share resources like treatment facilities. And we invest in research and innovation for advanced treatment system like membrane filtration and bioreactor. Contribution to SDG 6, clean water and sanitation. By referring to target 6.1, establishing centralized wastewater treatment plant, we ensure that the water quality is improved before being used for drinking, agriculture, or industrial purposes. This aligns with providing safe and affordable drinking water by minimizing presence of harmful. The combination of industrial wastewater treatment, sedimentation, basin, and eco-industrial park can reduce pollutants such as heavy metal, organic waste, and total suspended solid, ensuring cleaner water quality for Langat River. Contribution to SDG 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities. By referring to Target 11.A, the integration of industrial in eco-industrial parks and the restoration of river ecosystem connect urban and rural areas by creating sustainable economic opportunities while protecting natural resources. This area would benefit from cleaner water, better environmental management, and more sustainable economic growth.
My name is Mariana Wellington and my student ID is 2024544937. As we all know, water is important to our life. Every single drop and every flow of water is really important for every living thing on this earth. So, nowadays, some of our water sources are really in a bad state. As shown in this video, we can see that there are rubbish in the river and toxics and other contaminants that we don't know are floating in the river. So let us discuss on how water pollution can happen. First is because of some irresponsible person behavior which dumping in the river or any other water sources. And secondly is from agricultural runoff by farming activities. Next is from the factories and they produce industrial waste from there, and also some fuel spillage from ships, and lastly from sewage and water waste. Next, we're gonna discuss on how does water pollution can affect our life. First, it can cause some of health issue. So let's imagine that we drink contaminated water which have bacteria in it. So it can cause vomiting, stomach ache, diarrhea, and also it can harm the aquatic life by physical and also plant that slow its growth. So what we can do to restore our nature? First, as a community, we can contribute in clean up the beach or the riverbank near the water sources. And next, we can reduce the use of plastic daily, and also we can recycle the waste, and lastly, we also can plant the tree near the water sources. Our earth is our responsibility. We should really take care of it. Every action that we've made together really matters in changing the condition right now. The fate of our nature and the new generation right now are in our hands.
Furthermore, this is the prototype our team designed to reduce and perhaps prevent a further pollution on Langat River. As we have known, the river is polluted with a large scale of construction waste. This prototype might help to reduce the contaminants by blocking the waste from passing through, but at the same time allowing the water to flow. Although the design might be lack of perfection, such as it can prevent domestic and industrial waste, but the water will go through the water treatment first, so it's good enough to reduce waste, and the design is easy to be operated and cleaned daily, without causing any harm to environment or communities around it. To summarize our project, the Langat River is classified as Class 3, indicating slight pollution. The pollution is primarily caused by industrial, domestic, and construction activities. The key affected perimeters include pH, COD, TSS, and heavy metals, mainly due to industrial discharge. The river's water is only suitable for supply after conventional treatment, and the prevention that we could do is frequent monitoring of water quality, enhanced pollution control measure, and lastly, implementation of integrated water management strategies. That's all from our team. Thank you.